So what is next? Well, today I got my last variant of the Majin Buu leader leader card from the set 6. Like before, this one's going to be focusing mostly on the red Majin Buus, not really having any of the set 6 Majin Buus out, maybe like one or two of those guys, but we're really pressing on the Grand Evil Absorption Majin Buus and the Ultimate Evil Absorption Majin Buu, or Ultimate Evil Majin Buus, because those are my favorite Majin Buus, to be honest, the Buhans and things like that. So we really want to get those guys out. So just like before, if you guys didn't know what the leader does, you can't overwhelm in the deck, unfortunately, because he has that nasty little permanent. But once per turn, you can burst 3 cards on the top of your deck, send them to the drop area, obviously, then choose 1 card from your energy area, send it to the drop, and then you choose 1 Majin Buu card and place it in your energy area in rest mode. It has the same effect on his awakened side, but you don't have to burst 3. And then when this card attacks, you have to have Spark and 7 this time around. You get to draw 1 card and get that 5k bump, and you still can't do the overwhelm on this awakened side. But he's pretty good. Starting right off, we're going to be playing 2 Hercule Buu's Assistant, because when you play this card, you can look at the top 7 cards on the top of your deck, and then choose 1 red Majin Buu card among them and add it to your hand. The cards we really want to be looking at is like Surprise Attack Majin Buus and Awakening Evil Majin Buus. Oh, well, pretty much every Majin Buu except for Grand Evil Absorption Majin Buu. We really don't want to add that in our hand. Then we're going to be playing 4 Intensified Empowered Trunks. I just get Self Awakeners, because we do kind of want to awaken a little bit earlier, because we don't want to keep bursting. We don't want to burst everything this time around. Other decks we kind of want to burst. This one we don't really want to burst too much. We just want to keep attacking and kind of swapping out for free. Then we're playing 4 burst attacks on Gohan, so we're still playing burst attacks in this deck. It still has that crit, and it also could draw 2 when our hand's low. And our hand's going to be kind of low because we don't have too much draw power in this deck, unfortunately. We're playing 4 surprise attack Majin Buus. This guy's my little fairy guy right here. But you got to bring him out on 3 cost energy. It's a lot, but at that point, you're going to kind of be setting things up, so it's not going to be too bad. But when you play this guy, you can choose up to 1 Majin Buu card with 25k or less from your deck and add it to your hand. So we only got a few options right here. We have the Awakening Evil Majin Buu full of energy, and Rampage Evil Majin Buu. We don't have too many, unfortunately. But we also do have the Adulterated Evil Majin Buu too, if you want to grab that out, or the Quick Shift. But it's like those ones you really don't want to grab unless we have already Awakening Evil in our hand, things like that. But these two have evolved targets. The Awakening Evil Majin Buu, just for the cost of 2 energy, you can play this card and then you absorb for free, which is really good. But then we have Majin Buu full of energy. I really genuinely like this card. You have to evolve target over a 3 over that red Majin Buu. And then it has barrier and double strike, so that's really cool. Then you can choose, as activate main, choose 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. This card gains 5k power for duration of turn. My favorite combo to use in this deck is to evolve over him. If I have an awaken, I literally grab 1 card at a time, just keep boost up his attack to like 40,000, and then I play like attack with him because he has barriers, so you can't like revenge F ball him or anything like that. Then I play like the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu on top of him and gains like all that 5k power that you already gained already, and then another additional 30k on top of that, plus switch to active mode and triple strike, so it's really good too. Then we're playing 1 Rampant Evil Majin Buu. He has a deflect, and when you play this card, if your lead card is a Majin card, you have to draw 1 card and tap 1 energy, and this card gains triple strike for a duration of the turn. So it's a really broken card that you cannot stop unless you have a counter. Then you have Grand Evil Absorption Majin Buu. This is one of my favorite cards. This is what we kind of want to go into when we Union Absorb. So basically, he has a dual attack naturally. Then he has an activate main. If there's a Son Gohan, you choose 1 Son Gohan Essence underneath this card, and this Majin Buu can attack cards in active mode, which is really good at this time of the game. And then he gains all the skill sets of that card. So the card we're going to be looking at is Burst Attack Gohan. So we're going to gain crit, and then when this card attacks, we have 4 cards or less. You draw 2 cards, so that's really good too. They're running 4 of the great Saiyaman Town Heroes, just in case we don't have a Gohan. Any burst attack Gohans in our hand or anything like that. We still want to try to get these combos going off. So we're still running that Sparking combo. We're running 4. I think he's the best Hercule, so I still think he's a really good card because he recycles cards back into our deck. You play this card, choose 2 of your energy, and then place them at the bottom. Then you choose 2 cards on the top of your deck, and then place them in active mode in your energy area. So that's pretty good too. 1 Unadulterated Evil Majin Buu. I play 1 of him just because we can add 1 Majin Buu back to our hand. He can't really use his activate main because we don't run any 3 cost blue Majin Buus, unfortunately, but he can add 1 blue Buu back to our hand, which I really do like as well. I might think about playing one Prelude to Villainy as well, just because I can keep recycling my Majin Buus back to my hand. But I'm gonna have to make some changes right there. They're playing 4 Quick Shift Majin Buus. To be honest, I don't like any of the Quick Shift cards, but I did want to try to play this one in as well, because when you combo with this card, if your lead card is blue, you put 2 cards back into your deck, so it recycles our hand just in case we get cards we don't want, and then you draw 2 cards, and it gives you 10k. So it's still pretty good, but I definitely prefer Abuni of anything. But I did want to put more blue cards in my deck so I can keep like recycling them and things like that. They were running 3 Ultimate Evil Majin Buus. Like I said before in the other video, it's a really good card. It costs, like, you can evolve it at a cost of 5 Buu or more, which is really good. So we have tons of targets for that. And then it goes back into active mode and gets 30k. And like, it only costs 2 cards and a 1 blue, so that's gonna be really easy to pull off in this deck, because we can actually like play a Rapid Evil Majin Buu. Let's say we have 1 open energy, things like that, or anything like that, and that's a blue. We can attack with him, and then with triple strike, and then evolve over him with ease, which is really good. And we can kind of set up the blue combo, having a blue energy. Say for all the energies that are red, 1 turn we set up prior. We'll play a card, swap it out with like a blue, like the Quick Shift Majin Buu or the Unadulterated Evil Majin Buu. This is why I play these guys, or even the Ultimate Absorption Majin Buu, or even the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu, and just kind of swap it out. And the next turn we'll have a blue energy in play, which is really good. They're running 4 Ultimate Absorption Majin Buus. He's still pretty good. That we're gonna be really going into him a lot as well, just because of his activate main is triple strike, and then also like basically a second attack and a board removal. It's gonna be all situational, but we do want to run a little bit of protection in this deck, so we're running 4 Dimension Magics, just for that sparking as well, because we're gonna be tapping out a lot. Like I said, we're not gonna have too much blue energy, but we're gonna be trying to charge a lot of our blue cards, like Adulterate Evil and Quick Shift. So I might want to add a little bit more blue for that, but I expect to charge like the big boss cards, because we don't really need them in that moment and until we need them. They're running 4 Bring Back Buu, because we're going to want to be playing this every turn after turn 4. We're going to want to be playing this card, because we're going to have so many cards in our drop area at that point. We want to be able to get our combos off. So if they get rid of Grand Evil Majin Buu somehow by attacking it or warping it or whatever, we won't be able to bring like other boss cards out as well. So we're going to want to be able to use Awakening Evil Majin Buu as much as possible. Now I know what you're thinking, like it brings a Buu back to our field from our energy area, but like if they get rid of this card, we can always have, as long as we have always 1 Awakening Evil in our energy area, that's what we're running for. We can always use Bring Back Buu every single turn, because we'll just swap it out with the leader's effect, basically to keep it. So if they destroy KO 1 or get rid of 1, we can always swap it out once we tap out and things like that. So that's my red variant for the Majin Buu. My last deck profile on that. Like, I would definitely make a couple edits. Like I said, evolve that Prelude Villainy just so I can put other Majin Buus back to my hand, like the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu and things like that. It'd be a lot easier. I'd probably put a few more, like maybe Burst Gohans, because I really do like playing Burst Gohans. Maybe I don't need to awaken so early. Like if I put the Prelude into Villainies in, I won't probably need the Intensify Power Trunks, but I just wanted to put a little bit more pressure into my opponent. I do like Hercule's Buu's Assistant as well, so I probably play around this a little bit more and give you guys like updates and things like that. But other than that, this is my deck profile of the Majin Buu leader. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you're new, please do subscribe. If you have any suggestions, please do comment. And if you guys feel like I did a good job on this video, please do like the video. Other than that, I hope to see you guys next time.